Okay, so today is Wednesday, June 27th. Just trying to note that to make sure we have that good on the recording. I am Tressa Brannon. I am the sales manager. Hello, hello. Quick Start Training. Super excited. So today I'm wearing my bright pink. You can't see, but it's super cute little dress that I have that I love. It's summer and nice and warm, so it makes me really happy. Excuse me. I decided to share with you what I did for lips. Just as it's quick start. I'm still learning all of the colors. I've been here less than 2 months. There's a lot of colors and names to learn, as well as the products and formulas and everything else. So I started with Fuchsia Fun in the lip crayon, and I decided it was a little too bright and neon for what went with it. So then I did the pink pout. It's kind of backwards, huh? Because it's foamy, but pink pout in the lip crayon, or I mean the lip liner. So put my pink pout on, and I actually filled in the entire lips with pink pout. And then I added just a touch. Actually, I put a little bit on the back of my hand and then just dabbed it on with my finger in our liquid lip color. And this is Make It Magenta. So it gave it a little less of that brightness to dull it out, just because that neon is not my style for my lips in my work outfits. So there you go. That's what I did today. And then I have on the Rosé All Day blush, and I actually use the Rosé All Day as my eyeshadow. I just literally use my blush brush and like stuck it and went like that. So it was really simple and easy. But what I did do is I did my very own winged eyeliner. So you can do it. If I did it, you can do it. If you haven't ever done it, try it. You encouraged me yesterday, Jessica. You were like, oh, I love that look on you. Not that anybody in Costco noticed anything dramatically, or maybe I was just too busy talking about wedding things with my mother-in-law to be. But I did get my Costco things in. So there's my personal things. Does anybody have anything that they want to celebrate or say? Anybody else? Nope, not right now. Okay, Yvonne, thank you. You noticed that eyeliner. Okay, and Yvonne, you jumped on. Yes. And Yvonne, we are going to cheer for her today. It is Quick Start, and Yvonne got her very first recruit today. Or I guess it was yesterday, technically. So congratulations, Yvonne. Woo! Very, very super excited for that. Part of our training last week was interesting, but Yvonne, part of that was in follow-up from your goals and what you were going to do in your goals, and you did awesome, and you followed up and followed through. So I'm curious, is this one of the girls that you met at one of the events that you did, that you were following up with? No, it was someone different. You just never know. Okay, so we are going to talk recruiting today. That's part of what it is. One of the things that I learned this week, or technically it's last week, but it was in the past week since we talked, during the Salt Lake Escape, when I got to meet all of you. Jessica, I got to meet Jessica in person. I'm so very excited. It's one of our top 10 leaders in the company. And I listened and I learned and I got a lot of feedback. And recruiting is definitely something where people are feeling less confident than other parts of their business. So we're going to talk a lot about recruiting right now, because we have the $99 kit going on. So I know I looked at it yesterday, Yvonne, and I apologize. I can't remember right now. Did she do the $99 kit, or did she do the $199 kit? The 99? Yeah, the $99 kit. Okay. It's a much lower entry point, and it was easier to say yes to, probably, if she was already purchasing some products, is my guess.
She said she just wanted to like stick her toes in and see what it was about.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So the $99 kit is perfect for someone like that. They're like, I just kind of want to get in and see what it's like. They want to see what the training is. They want to kind of get a feel for what it is. It's fantastic for that. Hi, Amy. Hello. It really is fantastic for that. So congratulations on using the $99 kit. It is kind of a test that we're running, in that we've got a lot of feedback that people want a lower entry point. They want a $99 kit. So let me know what you guys think of the product mix. You don't have to right now. You can send me messages and let me know. But we're curious about the product mix that's in there and the value of it versus the larger kit, and just the feedback that you're getting as people are considering joining, and how they feel about that $99 kit. It is kind of a test. So this kit only goes for like 2 more weeks, and then it's gone. So now is the time to act. If you have people that have been considering it or they're on the fence, now is definitely the time to act on that $99 kit, because you do get a little bit of everything that you need. It's got enough to do a full face, a little variety of products that we have, some of our best sellers, even some of our tools were in there. But what's really cool is they also get what they need to be able to do the business, and they get access now to training, to our affiliate group, where they can kind of see the community that we're building as well. So it is fantastic. So recruiting, let's just start. I don't have a ton of tools and stuff for you in that. We're just kind of going to have an open discussion and dialogue. In that, recruiting does anybody else get a little bit of afraid of recruiting? Like they're kind of scared of it? It's pretty common, honestly. Or they're like, I'm so new, I don't know how to recruit. I don't know what I'm doing. So really, one of the top things that I can tell you in recruiting is, first, just have fun doing your business. You probably enjoy doing it already. You probably are already having a good time. And it's okay to let that excitement and that fun side of it show. Laugh your bum off and be yourself. Just enjoy. Because when you're enjoying doing your business, what you're doing is letting people know that it's fun and it's enjoyable and it's worth doing, because the joy that you get out of it is worth the amount of effort and the work that you put in. So every single thing that you do in your business is actually planting recruiting seeds. Has anybody ever thought of it that way? Every time you talk to a customer about products, you're actually talking to them about recruiting them. Did you think about it that way ever? Yeah. Okay. So I want you just to kind of reframe in your mind and think that through. So say you're someone that we're just going to say you're going to talk to some stranger on the street. We're going to use this scenario because you can see that our lovely parking lot out the window, right? So exciting. What I really like is there's some guys that ride motorcycles and they park right out here, so I can check out their bikes because I'm a motorcycle girl. I love it. I can talk about bikes all day long. Okay, so recruiting. When you're talking to your customers, when you talk to a random stranger, let's just say you're at the grocery store, and because I think I've used this example before, how my dad used to talk to strangers in the grocery store in the frozen food department, and it used to freak me out as a kid, and I was so embarrassed by it. And now I understand what he was doing, because he was in a business of sales, and he just liked people. Honestly. So every time you talk to a stranger, and we talked before about opening conversations with a compliment. So you just find this random stranger in the grocery store, you give her a compliment, and you just start chit-chatting, right? You're just having a little conversation. It doesn't even need to be about the business. You're just talking about daily life. It doesn't really matter. What you're doing in that moment is building a relationship, right? And for someone who is, sorry, I just got a weird message pop up on my screen. Totally distracted me. Sorry, totally. I don't know how to turn the notifications off on some of the programs we use, so I get weird notifications and it does distract me. Okay, so you're having that conversation. When you're having that conversation, you're just talking to someone, you're showing them how easy it is to go out and prospect and find new customers. They're not thinking about it right then. They're just thinking they're talking to this strange lady that's talking to her in the grocery store, but who's nice and having fun, and she's enjoying the conversation. She's not thinking about it. Now, fast forward 6 months down the road to where you had that conversation with her. You somehow have exchanged information. She's found out you do Because Cosmetics. She's tried a product. She's purchased a product. Maybe then she's hosted a party for you. And then she had some other friends that hosted parties, and she's like, oh my gosh, you're making so much money. She decides to sign up and sell. She starts going through training, and guess what? She's listening into one of the trainings, and she's like, hey, wait, that's how I met you. You talked to me and gave me a compliment in a grocery store. So what you've done that whole 6 months, and all the steps of what you've done, is prepare her then to become a recruit and be on your business, and shown her how to do the business just by doing the actions that you do in your business naturally. So we have to think about that in all of the things that we do in our business. When you give someone really good customer service, you're teaching them how to then give their customers good customer service if they decide to join the business. Whether they ever decide to or not, doesn't matter, but you are showing them by example. So every day in your business, you're showing by example what it is to do our business. So if you're freaking out, stressed out to all of your friends, like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. I have so many orders to put out, and I'm stressing out, and I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to learn this, and oh my gosh, there's this incentive, and you're freaking out about it. They're going, oh my gosh, it's so much stress in your life. I don't want anything to do with that. So beware. It's not to be honest, but beware of what you're putting out about your business and the way that your reaction is, and who you're doing that in front of, because it is definitely setting the tone for what it's like to be a member of Because. Now, I see all the time many of you will post on your social media. Especially after an event. You'll see a lot this week, but I've seen it in the past after other events, even just team meetings, about the sisterhood that they've created, these people that are supporting them, how fantastic the products are, how you've earned an incentive or you've done really well with something. All of those things are also setting the tone and planting the seeds to your entire audience about what it's like to be a Because affiliate and what it's like to do this business. So we have to just retrain ourselves to think that everything that we're doing is marketing what it's like to do this business. Every single thing that we do, right? So every time that you pass out a catalog, do you guys have stickers or something that you put on the back of the catalog that has your phone number and your name and how to contact you? Let me see some head shake. Okay, I see a couple. I see some like this. What does that mean? Okay, now you got to unmute yourself, Robin. What does that mean? I'm going to call you out for that. What does that mean?
I
muted again.
My business cards, and I tape one of my business cards with double-sided tape to the back of the catalog or the inside cover of the catalog. So it's there and it's stuck, but it's not like an actual label.
Okay, that's
so
okay. Yeah, as long as it's on there. But it's not. You mark it in some way with your information before you pass it out, right? Everybody does that. If you're not currently doing that, that's step one. It's making sure that everything that you pass out has your information and how to contact you. That's important. So whether you print, the just Avery return address little labels, or there's like 100 per sheet, or you have them printed here in the office, or you have business cards you put on it, or you get a self-addressed stamped envelope, whatever that is, just make sure that it's covered in your information. Same thing with your hostess packets, right? So every time I'm coaching a hostess, I want you to think like I do. What you're doing is you're coaching that hostess to be a really good affiliate. You're giving her the full packet with all of the information prepared, and inside of that packet, you've got your brochures, you've got your order forms, but inside every single hostess packet is one of these, right? These are important. And mine's kind of beat up, sorry. But these are really, 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 really important. And inside of that is the insert that has the updated list of what's inside the kit, because now the kit comes with even more. So you want to make sure that you do that. These are available in the virtual office. You can just print them right in the virtual office and put it in, so they can kind of see where that's going. And then you put your information here. That's where I would probably just staple on or tape on a business card. Do you guys use the Join brochures? Honestly, it's okay if you tell me if you're not. I just want to understand what you do in your business as well. Even though this may not send them to your website and make them sign up directly, what this does is it plants the seed that it's an opportunity that maybe possibly they could be doing the business. So it's important for that reason to just include it, because it gives them that hint. That's why in the latest catalog, so I have the older catalog, and that's now in the latest catalog, you see, this is in the back of the catalog now, because it's important that every single interaction that we have with our customers and our clients, that they know they can do what you're doing too. So there's a couple of phrases. This is where you're going to want to get out your pen and write this down. Okay? There's a couple of phrases I want you to think of. I'm letting you get your notes. You can listen to it later. It's okay. And write it down. I want you to think of this phrase. Wow, you'd be really great doing what I do. Everyone say that for me. Out loud, say it, even if I can't hear. Wow, you'd be really great doing what I do. Go ahead, say it again. One more time. Go ahead, Amy, say it one more time. I see you, Amy. I don't have to hear you. Just say it. Wow, you'd be really great. It feels silly saying it, right? It feels silly. Okay. Have you ever met somebody that you thought, oh my gosh, I want her as a Because affiliate on my team? Have you met somebody like that? Has anybody else met somebody like that? You haven't yet? Yeah, I meet people all the time. Seriously, it was Thursday night at the Salt Lake Escape. There were some girls that needed a couple things from the grocery store, and I'm like, oh, I'll run down to the grocery store and I'll grab it. You guys are hanging out. And I was so mad that I didn't have one of those affiliates with me, because the lady in the line at the grocery store was like a perfect recruit, just like that. She was the one checking me out at like 11 o'clock at night at the grocery store. And I was like, oh my gosh, this girl would be so much fun as an affiliate. I wish I had one of the ladies with me to recruit her, because she was fantastic. When you meet someone who's fun, who's outgoing, who has really good makeup knowledge, any of those things, they just have a really good organized style, they have a really good personality, whatever that is, you'll see something in them. And don't be afraid to say, wow, you'd be really great at what I do. And they're like, what? I mean, nobody's ever offended that you think that they would be good at something. Have you ever been offended when someone thought you would be good at, well, okay, maybe there's a couple things they said you would be good at that you might be offended at. I can think back to a couple times, maybe that wouldn't be a very good situation. But generally speaking, no one's really offended when you give them a compliment. No one's really offended when you see potential in them, or you see that they would be really fantastic at something. Now, if you say that to someone, you better dang well be ready to answer it and back it up with why you think that is. Even if it's just your gut reaction to say, wow, I think you'd be really good at this. It doesn't mean that they have to be perfect at makeup. It doesn't mean that they have to be, like the most outgoing person. That's a really big one. People always think you have to be the most outgoing person to be good at this business. I know lots of introverts and lots of people are really quiet and shy who are amazing at this business. Quiet, shy people are often opposite of me. So I'm going to just kind of give my perspective of what that looks like. Quiet, shy people listen in a way that us crazy, outgoing, spoken, fun seekers don't do. It's just a different style, and they listen to people in a different way, and they build relationships and connections in a way that it takes us much longer, because we're bouncing off the walls doing all this stuff over here. So if someone says they're quiet and shy, I'd be like, oh my gosh, then you'd really be good at this business, because they're the ones that build amazing, stable teams that just take off and do really, really well. Their people just tend to stay in and just do fantastic. So don't be afraid of that. So letting someone know, hey, you'd be really good at doing what I do. I will admit, the reason that I know this works is because it happened to me. I was 17 years old. I was getting a free makeover lesson for a marketing club that I was in high school. I was getting ready to go to a national competition, and someone came in and did some advising with our marketing club for our fundraisers. And she offered to let us have a free makeover lesson to help us prepare and getting dressed to present ourselves the best in these interviews and these role-playing situations that we had to do live. And that's what she said to me was, you'd be really good at what I do. When you're 18, come back and talk to me. I didn't think a whole lot, about it at the time, but I went away to college and I came home that summer and I called her. I was like, you said when I was 18 to come talk to you. That lady to this day is still my mentor. I signed up with her. I joined. I worked in her office to earn the money to buy my kit. I signed up with her. I built a diamond level business. And to this day, she's still my mentor. Still to this day. That was 1996. So it's been a few years, 22 years she's been in my life. And I use what she taught me daily to this day. I'm so grateful that I had it. And she said that to a 17-year-old kid, right? Most of us don't think of kids, but sometimes they can be okay. Now I'm pretty spectacular, different. So, maybe it won't work for everybody, but it works for me. But I have used that personally in my own world because it catches someone's attention. They'll often be like, why do you say that? What do you see that you see in me that maybe I could do this? And it really truly can be, wow, you're just really friendly. Or, you're in a situation, you're like, everybody listens to you. You're a natural born leader. They just follow and listen to you. They trust what you say, whatever it is about them. Or maybe they're really, really organized. Have you met those crazy super moms that they're like the PTA leader and like the church youth group leader, and they drive the carpool, and they have cooked meals for their family every night, and they volunteer, and they're taking care of their parents, and they work full-time job, and you could just go on, and there's those people that have everything in the world going on, and they somehow manage it, and you're just I can't even make a menu to figure out what to buy at the grocery store, let alone actually make the dinners every night. I can't even figure out what to make for dinner, let alone make it. So someone like that is actually really fantastic in this business because they're very organized, which means they're efficient with their time, and they can simply add something else into their life and do it effectively and be a really good example to someone else. So you don't always think about those people that are like, they're just too busy. People that are really, really busy, I don't have time for that. A lot of times they do because they're really organized. They figure out how to fit it into their life really smooth. Now, that's not to say someone who's really disorganized couldn't be successful at our business as well. But people that are really organized often very much are. So the big, friendly, outgoing people, that one's an easy one because everyone talks to them. They're not afraid to talk to people. And that's just an easy one to say. You're just friendly and outgoing and you just love talking to people. Someone who really likes makeup, right? Someone who really loves makeup. That's a fantastic person in this business because they just will have fun playing with the makeup. That's what they do. Who else do you think would be someone that you would say you would be really good at this business? If you think of someone in your life that you think would be good at this, what makes it so you think they would be good at this? Somebody share, please. They're thinking hard. They're thinking hard. They're thinking hard. How about the girl that's a really good listener, who's a really good supporter and cheerleader? Right? That quiet, shy lady. The ones that listen really well to other people and support them in their dreams and their goals. One of my best friends blows my mind. You can have a conversation with her. You can talk about, oh yeah, my mom's going to have this surgery and there's this thing going on. And it's not even happening for like 3 or 4 months. She'll remember the date and she'll text me that day and be like, hey, I know your mom's surgery is today. Just wanting you to know I love you and sending good vibes your way. I'm like, did she write this stuff down? How does she remember? How does she remember this stuff? I didn't even remember. It's my mom. And she remembers just because she listens, and that's how she remembers. She truly just is one of those people that listens really intently. That's a person that's great at this business because does it require you to listen to your customers to be able to do well in this business? Yeah, you got to be able to listen to what their needs are. You got to be able to listen to what their wants are, what their needs are. And then when you get into building a team, being able to listen is even more valuable because being able to create the space where people can talk to you about their hopes and their dreams and their fears and their goals, someone can open up to you in that way. That's powerful. I mean, that's a lot of trust you got to build to someone. It's not like you go to someone on the street and go, hey, did you know my goal is to do this, 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 and this? Yeah, we don't do that. We tell people our goals when we trust them enough with that personal item. So having people that listen really well are also really good ones on your team. Okay, so that's just one phrase. That was a lot. And that one little phrase, it can mean a whole lot, right? Hey, I think you'd be really good at what I do. Now, the flip side to that is, have you ever thought about doing what I do? It's a slightly different change, still a little bit of the same, but a very simple question. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? Not have you ever thought about selling makeup? Have you ever thought about being in direct sales? Have you ever thought about having events and, selling stuff? None of that is in there. It's just doing what I do. The reason that I phrase it that way is because it leaves it open for their interpretation of what it is that you do that they could see themselves doing. So whether they see you in person leading a party, they see you online leading a social media party, or they see you, out at an event doing something, or that you're sitting across from them one-on-one, whatever part of your business that they see. Maybe it's someone that comes to like a team event and they see you leading in front of the group of people, speaking. This is part of why we opened Because Beauty Week this year to guests for free, is because once they come and see what we do, they're going to be just as excited as you and join. Basically, there's the 99.9% chance that they're just going to fall in love with Because and what we've created here together, and they're just going to mind blown, join and come on the team. So have you ever thought of doing what I do? That's a really simple one. And practice saying that one. Let's just go ahead, say it. I know you're on mute and I won't hear you, but I can see your lips moving. So I just want you to practice saying it out loud. Have you ever thought of doing what I do? Yeah. Have you ever thought of doing what I do? It's a pretty easy statement, right? Didn't hurt. Yep, you didn't bite your tongue off. And it'll roll off your tongue the more you practice it. So just go ahead and say it. It's okay. Say it one more time. Have you ever thought of doing what I do? Yep. Perfect. That's a very easy phrase because someone can tell you no. It's a yes, no. It doesn't leave it really open-ended. But most of the time when you ask someone this, they'll think, no, it never occurred to me. Well, now they're going to think about it because they hadn't before, and they're going to wonder why they hadn't. Okay. So just think about that. Or maybe they've thought about it and it leaves them the question to let you know that they have. And if they say, yeah, I have. Well, what was it that you could see yourself doing? That's a really easy follow-up question. You're not asking them if they want to do it. You're just saying, what was it that you thought about? What was it about doing what I do that you thought you could see yourself doing? You're still not giving them the, you got to give me an answer right away kind of question that makes them feel pressured. You're allowing them to just explore and express what they've thought about. And whatever that answer is, gives you what you need to move into the next steps. Are you ready to join me in doing what I'm doing? Yeah, that's a really easy one. Are you ready? No, I'm not ready. Okay, well, what's holding you back? I don't have $199. Awesome, I got a $99 kit for you. Done, bam, we're done. Sold. You got your next recruit, right? Okay, it's not always that easy, I understand. But just leading the questions to get them to think and to tell you their answers and tell you their objections without it being an objection. Without them having to say, oh no, I can't do that because of blah, 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 blah. You're just saying, hey, what could you see about doing it? I love open-ended questions and I love listening. Most people do not feel like they get listened to enough. They don't have people that truly listen to them. That one-on-one attention and that listening will mean a lot to them and tell you you're somebody different that they want to have in their world more. It's a strange world that we have these days in that way. Okay, so that's just another phrase. Do any of you have a phrase that your upline has taught you that you want to share? Or one that you've come up with on your own? Or something that you can say to somebody if they're thinking about joining the business? Okay, so next, let's talk about this one then. Don't be really fantastic and perfect at doing your because business. What? Did she just say that? Did our sales managers tell me not to be good at doing what I'm doing? Okay, I'm not telling you not to be good. I'm telling you not to be perfect. So part of that is this. What you're doing when someone's watching you run your business. So they're watching you on your live. They're watching you present. They're watching the way you work a booth at an event. They're listening as you're sitting one-on-one with somebody. And if you have everything absolutely perfect all the time, you're probably going to scare them away. Because they're going to think, I could never be that good at this. If you fumble over your words once in a while, if you drop something, if you have a little bit of a technical difficulty, I'm not saying stage it, just be real. They're going to realize you don't have to be perfect at doing this business to do it. As new people start out, they want to learn everything. They want to get perfect. They want to practice before they start talking to people about business sometimes. And that can be a detriment because then they take too long to get started and then they're frustrated. And they're like, I didn't make any money my first month. Well, did you actually talk to me? No, I was doing my planning. You got to make sure you actually say the words, right? So even if it's not perfect, that's okay. It's actually better if you're not perfect. Just be yourself. Speaking of be yourself, authenticity. Being yourself. Now you see me like jump around and go crazy. You've heard me from the first day that I was here. Literally the first day that I was here that I got on camera with Lisa and I talked about some of my fears of some of the makeup items, right? I just talked to you. I've been here 2 months and I'm telling you, I'm just barely using the, liquid eyeliner all by my lonesome without like Lisa standing next to me, teaching me how to do it as I do it because I'm a chicken and it was something that I'm afraid of. And I've been here 2 months. It's okay to not be perfect. It actually shows them you don't have to be perfect to do this business. Everybody can do it. That's what you're telling them when you show them that there's imperfections and that you're authentic and you are who you are and you're not staging the pretty little Princess Stepford wife perfection version of selling cosmetics. Okay, you don't have to be that way. It's all right. You can be your goofy self. If you are a more calm, reserved, like steady kind of person, that's okay too. because you'll attract people that are attracted to that personality and to that style into your business. And that's fantastic. Now, this is part of what I love about teams. So let's talk about that a little bit. Even if you're one that doesn't want to build a really big team, being a part of your team that you have with your upline, where you're helping at events, you're helping at meetings, you're helping at trainings, even on a Zoom call like this is how you're doing your team meetings. It's important because everybody's personality is a little bit different. And maybe somebody else on the team recruited someone who they were interested in the business, but maybe they're not the perfect person as a sponsor to relate to in certain areas. Like, she's too perfect about this, I can't figure it out, I can't relate to that. Or, you know, her lifestyle is so different, I can't really relate to it. So there's some things that will make it more difficult for them to relate. But guess what? There's somebody else in your team that will relate to this person. And one day it'll be your person that you've recruited and brought into the team. Or they may love and adore you and get along, but it's somebody else in the team that's sharing their personality in their authentic way that will speak to your new affiliate and help make them feel like they're in it, they're on it, they're feeling fantastic, it's the way to go. And they've got someone who understands them in their business and that they can relate to and watch them in their business. So being authentically you is really, really important in your business. And just as a company, we have a team stand up every morning here in the office where the team gets together and we talk about whatever's going on for the day or whatever we need to collaborate, or we'll watch inspiring videos. I mean, Andrew really treats us the way that your upline treats you. It's awesome. It's a very inspiring place to work. But one of the things that we talked about today from Andrew was about authenticity and his long-term vision of authenticity for us as a company and for you as affiliates. Like, I'm really allowed to be me here in the office. I wore flip-flops and leggings and like a tunic shirt to work yesterday in the office. I wore it to my desk in an office in a professional environment. And if you know me in my back history where I taught professional dress for years and years and years, it was a little bit uncomfortable because it's so out of my box. But it's totally okay. And he's happy that I'm comfortable and happy and doing what I'm doing for the moment. Now, some days I come in suits because I like it. You'll see me. I'm in a nice dress today. But I love that. That's part of my personality and what I do. And he applauds that, and he wants us to bring that out. We were talking about this. It started in relation to Beauty Week. So have you seen in Beauty Week, there's the color version, to show your colors. And then there's the industry blackout night for the two different dress codes for Beauty Week. Now, the industry blackout night is kind of fun. It's all black, whatever all black you have. If you have stuff that has a little bit of white or color on it, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. You don't have to go buy something new. If you want to, you can. I'm that kind of girl. You may not be. Just all black. That's kind of standard for makeup artists and people in the like behind the scenes setting the vision. All black. Now, all black doesn't mean you have to wear black lipstick and black makeup and whatever. You can do whatever you want with your makeup. If I was going to be at Beauty Week this year, which I won't be because I have just gotten married and I will be with my fiance, who will be my husband. Oh my gosh. But I would be putting on fantastic makeup and like super fantastic jewelry because that's what I love to rock with my all black outfit. Now, for some people that may be more along the lines of black leggings and a black tunic and, you know, a different kind of style of makeup. That's totally okay. Now, for the color version for Beauty Week, this is where your authenticity can really shine and come out. Whatever showing your color and your self-expression means to you is what you should do for that night. So whatever it is. And I love this, and I'm so sad that we're not doing it because I could just go crazy. I mean, if you want to dress with your 80s side ponytail and spike it out and spray it pink and neon green, do it. It's okay. You're totally allowed. If you want to wear your Banana Republic all neutrals, sand, and like soft tone beige because that's who you are and that's expression of you, totally do it. You don't have to feel like you've got to dress in wild, crazy anything. You could just put on a wild, crazy lip color if that's what you feel like. Whatever your version of expressing yourself and your colors are is totally accepted at this meeting, which I think is just fun. And I'm delighted and I can't wait to see everybody's self-expression and see their authenticity come out. So it's really just a delight. So that's a little bit about authenticity in your recruiting in your business. So really quick, does anybody have someone that they're working with for recruiting and you have a question that you would like to ask? This is our time together and it's the end of our time. So do you have any questions that you want to ask about someone that you're working with recruiting or anything else recruiting that's like you've got a burning question to ask? Anybody? Nope. Okay. You're welcome to type a message when I post the recording of this in the affiliate group and you can check it out. And I'll be happy to answer your questions then. Thank you for joining. This is Quick Start Training. This happens every Wednesday, 3 o'clock, and anybody who's in their first 90 days is welcome to join into our Quick Start Training, as well as their sponsor can join. Now, right now, because it's pretty small, and we have the space and the ability that every affiliate can join us for Quick Start Training at this time. We're not necessarily limiting it, but that's what this training is for people that are new or they're relaunching their business and they're just getting right back out there and they want to get back to the basics of what this business is. So we thank you as leaders when you come on and you join and share your tips and your stories and your experiences as well. We congratulate you for your new affiliates that are joining. Thank you for joining and getting training and jumping on and just jumping right in. You're going to love it. Thank you and welcome to the Because family. So again, have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.